of illiteracy in our society. A lot of children don't go to school as a result of poverty, which is also another human right violation. You understand what I'm saying? So the few ones, most parents are not even educated. That's why they still replicate uneducated children who don't give space for their children to express themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So if these four institutions is pointing a child towards one direction, it is said that that child is well educated, well taught. But if there are conflicts in these three institutions of learning, the child must definitely fall back to the prevalent one, which is the street. Today they call it the street hustler. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the police, the law enforcement agents which you've mentioned, or the political leaders, they have no power of their own to live by the right rules. They will not live by the dictate of more number of people who are not educated, which brings in the philosophy of Niccolo Machiavelli, that the end justifies the means. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say is, from what you asked me, every individual like you are doing your own part. Bringing it online is a medium of education and dissemination of information. Every stakeholder out there, every leader, every parent should, in their own way, little way, direct and indirectly, pass this knowledge of human rights across. And they should not fail to understand that human rights are behaviors, there are attitudes, there are conducts, there are manners. We say human rights. That's what I'm saying. Now, if I treat you with respect, that is, so definitely you will treat me with respect. But if by any means, through my speech, through my work, I see someone who is fatty, I try to body shame the person, it's a behavior. That's a human right violation. You understand what I'm saying? So we should bring this knowledge right down to its primary knowledge of behaviors, attitude, conduct, so that every person will understand. Like a driver in the road.
Yeah.
If you don't drive according to traffic rules, you are violating a particular rule of driving. There will be a conflict, which is a consequence. These are still rights. So it is not an abstract subject only taken to court when the elite now thinks that his right is violated. No, it's a value system. You understand what I'm saying? It's a value system. There is a way of behavior. That is what right is. Why we call it human right or Universal Declaration of Human Rights or fundamental right, and now technical articulations in order to bring it as a law, which is the last arm of morality. Why is there police? Police is there when you do not know what is right to do. You do the wrong thing. Then the government will now use police as an enforcer to now flog you back to the line.